I'm Feiyu, one of the co-founders of Yocoy Technologies, which is one of the spin-off companies of the FKI Language Technology Lab. The previous talks were about the application of machine translation in document translation professional area. Now I'm going to talk about how to apply machine translation in face-to-face communication. Always correct translation for mobile intercultural communication. All of us know understanding problems everywhere. As travelers or experts in foreign countries, how can I tell a Chinese waiter that I'm vegetarian? And in a multicultural and multilingual society or communities like in Berlin, how can a German nurse in Berlin Charity Hospital understand what a Turkish patient is suffering from? And the reasons for the understanding problem is missing language knowledge and missing knowledge about situation, culture, domain, and context. And the requirements for technology solutions for understanding is we need always correct translation and well-formed in grammar and style, and the translations should be adequate for situation, culture, domain, and context. They should be interactive and bidirectional and always available in offline or online, and should be easy to use. In the previous presentation, all of us were happy with the big progress achieved in machine translation. Still, we are aware of the problems, and I want to give you an example. Google since all of us take Google, actually all of us are proud of Google. Still, let's imagine one situation. Larry Page, he visited to Berlin, and he chose one of the most nice hotel in Berlin, Adlon. And he planned to enjoy the nightlife in Berlin. Of course, he will use Google Translate. And then he had a question for the personnel in the hotel. And the Google Translate asked the staffs in the hotel, "Wann kommt das Hotel in der Nähe in den Abend?" And but the German staff could not really understand what he wanted to say. And what he wanted to say, what time does the hotel close in the evening? Even very simple sentence, still it's a challenge for machine translation. And we guess he was not so happy with, because the personnel didn't understand him, could not give him right answer. And he used his translation again and say, ich möchte heraus zu überprüfen. I would like to validate from that. And what he really wanted to say, he was really not so happy. I would like to check out. And in the situation of face-to-face communication, if you are China, you cannot really afford wrong translation, misunderstanding. In a hotel or restaurant situation, it cannot be a disaster, but if you have conflicts, or if you are sick with doctors, you need really always correct translations. The current Yocoy solution, we use well-designed template-based translation and situation-based dialogues, which is adapted to the situation, domain, and culture. And we use offline speech output because roaming costs is still a big challenge. And we integrate communication with information, provide language guides, travel guides, culture guides. And now Yocoy can be proud of 26 apps, both on iOS and Android. Let me give you one example. This is a kind of template-based translation. Like if you are in a Chinese restaurant in China and want to have knife or chopstick, you can choose, fill the slot. And then the system will translate into Chinese, and the system will speak in Chinese, and the waiter the Chinese waiter can give you a nice answer. And how does the technology looks like? The technology is that we have two relevant parts. One is we have the translation rules from one language to another, like could you please give me number measure of type, and then into German. And our linguistic knowledge will apply phrase generation and morphological generation. And then you can order your beer and drinks in a safe way. You get your beer in Germany and in Berlin. And what does the technology came from? And then we, in Tarashi, the first set of rules were built manually. And then in order to increase the coverage, we apply machine learning approach to learn template-based translation rules automatically. It is built on top of the research work of domain adaptive relation extraction. We learn template-based transfer rules from bilingual corpora and start with semantic relation, which is more or less language independent, and learning language-specific template rules automatically. The advantages are we can collect monolingual corpora, and also no annotation is needed, and only minimal domain knowledge is needed. And how does the system look like? For very simple, like you see, we use some examples of some semantic relation, like Barack Obama Nobel Prize Peace 2009, and we have newspaper text from in English, and the corpus will be applied with named entity recognition and dependency structure analysis. And give these linguistic annotations, we are able to learn template rules like X is awarded with Y, X win Y, X receive Y. At the same time, for the German, we use German examples of semantic relation, like Barack Obama Nobel Prize Frieden 2009, and then we learn linguistic patterns like X ist mit Y verliehen, wurde verliehen, X gewinnt Y, X erhält Y. Then this kind of template rules can link to each other. They are automatically linked to template-based translation rules. This is my last page. The achievements of Yocoy in Tarashi, we have collected comparable corpora. We learn template-based transfer rules automatically. Also, we contribute to the project a server for template-based translation. We have, with the help of automatic learning, we have increased the paraphrase coverage. And in addition, we are working on the new generation of interactive user interface for template-based and conversational translation. Thank you very much.